Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be reviewing My Hero Academia Chapter 309. Of course, no panels because copyright and all of that. So, until that passes, no panels. If I do color a panel, I'll add it to the video. Um, if not, I will later on, and you can follow me on Instagram to see it because I'll post it there more than likely. So yeah, let's jump into this chapter 309 titled Can't Be a Child Anymore. So, in my last review, I mentioned that I would like to see something other than Deku focused on because we were getting a lot on him, and I wanted to see what was the aftermath of him leaving UA. So, that was answered in this chapter. We saw what happened and how it went about. So we start off the chapter and we get a look at two third years from Ketsubutsu. So this is Shindo's school or academy. And we see it's Boomerang Man, who looks similar to Aizawa and Saitama from One Punch Man fused together with the expression. And we get Mr. Smith. Um, and they're running to, I guess, where Shindo is, and we see Deku jumping away, and he's carrying Muscular, which is Black Whip. We then get a brief little thing with the guys who basically Tatami and Shindo went to get to come join them, helping Shindo and moving him and taking care of his injuries. And they mentioned that they are willing to help if they do it their own way. And also that they don't want anyone to die. They want to help, but they want to do their own thing, not be bossed around and forced to leave. So we get that, and of course Deku lands in a police station and drops off Muscular all wrapped up with his hands up when the police asks who it is. Well, basically Deku delivers Muscular to the police, and then we see him jump away again. This kind of reminds me of like anybody who reads Marvel or DC comics sometimes when like Batman catches the bad guy and he just drops him off at the police station and vanishes, kind of like that. But Deku jumps off and we see he has a phone in his hand and he says to All Might that he's heading back. And we see him land in a dark alley and All Might is there with his shades on and a cool car, and Deku lands right there. And basically, All Might asks him if he's hurt, but he says no. And this also leads into a mini discussion that kind of canonizes the events from the first movie. So anyone who may have seen the first My Hero movie would have known that in that movie, Deku got an item that he wrapped around his hand. I'll see if I get an image of it and throw it up here. It was like a red band. So I thought initially these things around his arm was bandages, but no, it was this support item. The mid gauntlet compression support item is what it's called. But in the first movie, he got this and he had it on, and it supported his hand for like three or four, like two or three 100% blows when he did it to the villain. So I'll see if I get an image of that and I'll throw it up here. But that basically canonizes the characters then from that movie, if not the events, because here we see Deku says that basically All Might used these items in his younger days, and we know this movie took place and it mentioned All Might's younger days. That's how he met the person. So we get some of that being canon, so that's really good. That's pretty cool that they did that. Of course, I believe he mentioned that it's from overseas as well, and these are just test samples. Um, so maybe later on, I would get an entire suit of this to kind of support his whole body. But we then get Hawks calling All Might, and he asking is Midoriya okay? And All Might basically says Midoriya is here, he's okay. And before All Might could finish talking, Midoriya jumps off again because he gets a call. And Hawks just mentions, Midoriya is probably just wary of putting anyone else in danger. And we get basically a mini flashback now as to what happened before Deku left UA. And we see he woke up from his coma and basically his arms were good. They weren't as bad as expected. And this is mostly because the damage that he sustained from his arms were reduced due to one, him using the black whip around his hands like a brace, and also because most of the injuries were external, not internal. So that is a huge plus for him there. We also get a bit of a discussion with a bit of a discussion between All Might, Deku, and his mom. And basically, this is where it comes out that they explain the whole situation that Deku had no quirk and All Might passed down the quirk from himself to Deku, and that is why Shigaraki is after everyone. So they basically tell his mom the story, and Deku explains that basically Shigaraki could find him whenever he wants, and this is why Deku wants to leave and that he will get stronger. He wants to be all might basically. Or when he was younger, I believe his mom called him, what was it? Um his mom called him by some name, I think it's all Izuku or all Deku or all Midori or something to that effect. But we get that. Um Also we see the little flashbacks to him as a kid and his mom playing. So that's good. Some more story development. Um, so we also get basically what seems to be at the end of the chapter, basically, which this is coming to. We get that Hawks, All Might, Deku, and Endeavor have teamed up together to form an alliance, or like a mini Avengers, then to stop the bad guys. Uh, and of course, we get the other thing on the next page, which is the final page, that is, uh, one is Izuku going to meet Gran Torino, and he mentions the whole thing about Nana and she crying, and her crying, that is, about all of that, and basically says still crying in the afterlife. But the main thing is here, he gives Midoriya his cape or his costume, um, and he mentions to him something interesting that you should have made the kill and don't be so rigid. Killing could be another form of saving someone or another form of redemption, depending on which translation you read. Um, and then we get the panel with the last panel, which is team up top three and Deku and All Might. So again, there's Genius, Hawks, Endeavor, Deku and All Might all together to form this team to settle the score with the League of Villains. And the chapter ends there. So we get a lot of confirmations here. So of course, like I said, we got confirmation that the scarf around Neku's neck that he was wearing was Gran Torino's. Um, we see him throw it on here as well. We get confirmation that the things around his arms weren't bandages, because we thought his arms were messed up, so they're not. They're the support item from the first movie. Again, I'll drop a picture here as well. Um, we get confirmation on the heroes teaming up together. We get confirmation on basically Deku speaking to his mom and his mom finding out the truth about all of this. So that's pretty good. They answered a lot of questions we had. The only thing we need answered now would be the response of the students of UA or class 1A or 2A, I would assume by now, and their response to all of this. So maybe next chapter we would get that. But this answered a lot of questions, and I liked this chapter for this. It moved the story along, but it also gave us the answers to the questions that we all had. So, really good chapter. I enjoyed it. I hope you all did too. Next chapter as well, I would like to see maybe aside from 1E, I would like to see maybe what came about of the injured heroes because we see Hawks here, but we didn't see anything with his wings. So I would like to see what became of his wings if they're growing back. I would like to see what happened to Miracle. I would like to see what happened to Isawa, um, Eri, even Mirio, who came back. I only saw him briefly. I would like to see what happened there. Um, so then things like that, we still need answers on. So hopefully the next chapter we get that, or at least sometime soon. Um, other than that, um, we know Bakugo got up and was pretty okay after his injuries. Would like to see his response to this little team up here as well, and if he would be included or not. That should be interesting. But all in all, those are just a few things I want to see next. Um, because again, we can't just be focused on Isuku now since he split from the main group who basically we've grown to love and been following as well. So we need more on them as well. And hopefully we get a cut away to Shigaraki or one for all for one for all, one for all. Whichever one it is, we get a cutaway to him and Shigaraki and we see what's going on there. Because we know he was controlling Shigaraki's body, but we don't know what happened after that. So we need answers there too. But again, all in all, I enjoyed this chapter. If you liked anything I had to say, feel free to, hit like, hit sub, one of those there. Also up here, should have a playlist somewhere either here or here with all the different reviews for my heroes somewhere floating around. Um, so yeah, feel free to sub, like, check the other videos out, share them, and I'll see you all in the next one.